You are listening to the Marc Guzman Podcast Experience.
This podcast, I've got a question from someone here. And basically, so this is from Ron. So shout out to Ron Cruz, who's also a commercial real estate agent.
Ronnie Cruz.
What was your funniest restroom experience?
The funniest restroom. Wow. So many. So many, Ron. Ron, there's so many interesting bathroom moments you have, like when you're in the bathroom with supermodel Tyson Beckford, and he's complimenting your sweater while you're peeing, and you're just like, Tyson, let me pee. But thank you, brother. And then you look at him and you fall in love with him because he is gorgeous, Ron. He's gorgeous. I think my funniest ones are like having to take a shit at the Oakland Coliseum during an A's game. Like, here's what I don't get. If you go grab a stall door and it's locked, how many times, Ron, do you try before you just realize somebody's in there? Like the guy, I went in there, I'd been waiting in line for like 20 minutes. And this is hard to hold your poo for 20 minutes. You want to go back and watch the game, and you sit there and you finally get in there. It's filthy. You got to clean it up a little bit. And then you lock the thing, and then dude pulls the thing. And I'm like, I don't say nothing. Like, you're like, okay, come on, dude. It's clearly locked because somebody's in here. And then the dude knocks on it. Somebody in there? And then he looks under the thing like, yes, somebody's in here, dude. Why are you doing this to me?
Don't give it away.
Like, what am I? Did you think this was a hologram? What is going on? And he's then, after all that, oh, my bad, excuse me. No, this is not over. When I get out the stall, we're going to have more conversation. And I'm just like asking, what made you think that somebody wasn't in there? You see all these people in line to use these 4 stalls. So you just think everybody just standing there with an empty stall just to piss you the fuck off? Like, that's not even the funniest one. I don't know, Ron. That's a hard question.
I feel like baseball stadium bathrooms are like the worst.
Oh, they're terrible. Any sporting arena bathrooms are like the worst place on earth. Like the trough, terrible idea. It's just horrible. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just terrible because it's like
The circle one?
you gotta look. Oh my God, it's like
That's the worst.
you gotta look up. Like, you're looking up, everybody's looking up. Like, oh, they don't have nothing up interesting to look at. Like, have TVs above the urinal so I can look at that. And then there's always, yeah. And then there's always that guy that, like, there's room, but he has to be touching you. He has to squeeze in between you and your friend who have created enough space for each other to pee next to each other, but not enough space for someone necessary to get in there, and then they do it. And then you got to deal with little kids. Little kids are the fucking worst because little boys come in, they drop their whole pants and underwear to pee. So now you're standing next to a half-naked child with your dick out, and now your eyes like is right. And I'm thinking, oh my God. And then and then there's always the size guys. There's the guys that's gonna be looking down to see who's working with what.
Always looking up and down.
And I'm like, dude. Everybody's dick is flaccid. If anybody's dick is hard right now, we've got bigger problems.
The challenge I always wanted to give people is stand at one of the ends of the troughs.
Yeah.
So you're looking down, straight down.
Oh my God.
The trough and stand there and do your business there.
Like, I always pick the corner. Like, because at Oakland Coliseum, they have like the little divider between the 2 troughs. So I just try to get there so I could tilt myself to the wall, to the little corner. Because then also there's a lot of blowback. There's a lot of pee hitting that thing and flying back up, and I don't just be covered in another man's pee. And especially since at my height, I'm 5'4", if some dude that's like 6'5" comes and pees, his dick is already at my shoulder. So when it's going down, it's splashing back on me, and ew, no, I'm not into that. I'm into a lot of dirty things, but not getting peed on the residual pee off the wall. This is terrible, Ron. Why would you ask a crazy question like that, Ron?
Thank you for listening to this podcast short. For more podcast content, be sure to subscribe to all of our podcast channels on YouTube, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Libsyn, Castbox, Podbean, and literally anywhere else you listen to podcasts.